Short breaks give children and young people with special educational needs or disabilities the opportunity to take part in clubs and activities where they can form friendships, meet with their peers on a regular basis, learn new skills and develop new interests. There are also opportunities, such as days out, that give families a break from their normal routine and give them the chance to enjoy doing fun new things together. This research was done to help us develop a new short break strategy and inform the new short breaks offer. This new offer is being co-designed with families, and what they've told us so far has been striking and informative, giving us a true glimpse into their lives. What we have learnt will help us to continue to work with them to develop a new approach that truly meets their needs. Short breaks are highly valued by many families, but not everyone finds it meets their needs. Families gave us lots of ideas on how the current offer could be built on and made better for everyone.
We've actually been really lucky. I think the services we've had have been fantastic. From Freya being a baby up until now, she's had someone there supporting her. We had people coming over from when she was probably only 6 months old, preparing her for education. We were taken step by step through everything, which I don't think is a service that necessarily everybody automatically has. We just feel really lucky that we had that. And it meant that when Freya started school, she was there, she was ready, and the school was ready for her, and she was thriving and ready to go. So that was absolutely fantastic. I do worry that maybe in the future what there will be for her and how many options there will be out there. I think there's a lot for children with special needs, but I don't necessarily know about young adults, old people. I'd just like to know there's something there for which I don't know of at the moment. I only know of what there is available for her at her age.
Taking the time to listen to the voice of families is important to Essex County Council. And through this research, we've been able to gather the views from 400 families through a survey. Although unable to physically meet face-to-face with families, we've also managed a total of 20 virtual in-depth interviews and 3 virtual focus groups with parents from across the county.
Toby is at the moment he's 14, almost 15. After a long journey, we've got him into special needs school, which is how the council are supporting him. It would be really good for him to have positive experiences with a community group somewhere with other teenagers. But unfortunately, from his point of view, there's nothing that matches what he needs. So they cater for mainstream children that have got very good social skills and are quite confident in themselves, or they cater for children that have quite a lot of extra support needs. They don't really cater for the children down the middle. I'd really like Toby to be able to go into some sort of employment so that he can learn to be independent, learn that he has worth, and also be able to give something back to the community. But I also recognise that without the right support he won't get there. So he really needs to learn those life skills. He needs to know that he is good enough, and he needs to build that confidence back up, which unfortunately in Toby's case, mainstream school has taken away from him.
Short breaks really are a valued lifeline for many, but not exactly the same offer is available across all of Essex. Lots of families said they could not find a club that was suitable or easily accessible, either because they did not live in the right location or because what was available did not meet their children's needs. Let's look at these findings more closely. The clubs that families access varies according to where they live, if they can drive, access to public transport, and a child or young person's age and their disability. Some families told us they want to see a greater variety of clubs and activities which are tailored towards their children's ages, abilities, and interests. Trust is vitally important. Where families are accessing clubs, one of the most important things for them is that the staff are well trained and can be trusted. Some families accessed virtual clubs and activities when the buildings that facilitate normal short break experiences had to close. But despite some concerns, families have told us of their positive experiences. However, virtual clubs are not suitable for all, and some children often struggled with the lack of real people. For some though, it has opened up a new world and creates other options alongside the traditional face-to-face activities.
When the pandemic hit, I just thought, how on earth am I going to get her through this, and all of us mentally, with nothing? And I know what that kind of looks like from previous experience, and I don't think I can do this. And I don't think she can do this. So it was utter panic really initially. I had a chat with Karen from Snap in Brentwood, she got back to me saying, we're going to start doing these online sessions. So it was like a Snap Live session, which was like a music therapy sing-along session. And I was like, wow, that was amazing. On multiple levels, because A, it was something for Ava to engage with. B, we were able to see this team of people that, love and support us all the time. And it was that, God, we're not alone, the Snap team are here in our living room. And it was something to kind of focus on and look forward to. And then very quickly from there, they set up the Sensorise session that's run by a music therapist. And what struck me initially the most about those first few sessions was the amount of children that were zooming in from hospital beds. And that's children like Ava. And I thought, God, we needed this. This is what we've always needed and wasn't there. And people had asked me what we needed, and I never knew what it was. I couldn't create what it was. And Snap have just done it. Week 1 of a global pandemic, they've just done it. These sessions have now just become everything, absolutely everything. And they're what we always needed, but they weren't there. And now we've had them. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to how things were before, because we've had it. It's life-changing. It's been absolutely life-changing for her, and it's literally changed our lives with Ava and given her a whole new lease of life.
As our young people approach adulthood, families are less likely to feel that the current short breaks offer meets their young person's needs. They would like to see a range of activities aimed at preparing young people for adulthood and enabling them to develop the skills they need to lead independent lives and reach their own potential. Parents told us they worry about what happens when their sons and daughters reach 19 and stop being eligible for short breaks. Families told us they can often feel very isolated, with little support around them, and they can struggle to get the help they need from professionals and get their hands on the information they need to understand the system. The everyday pressure on family life can be worse for families with children with disabilities. For example, managing work and caring responsibilities and caring for siblings. Families would welcome a whole family approach, where the needs of their whole family are recognised and these needs are well supported over time as their situations change. Providing improved information, advice and guidance is key. Many families would really like better access to mainstream community clubs and activities. For example, dance, sports, brownies and scouts. But they've told us there are so many barriers to overcome. Vital to families in achieving this is to have suitable facilities, a safe and trusted inclusive environment and staff that are disability aware.
It's been a struggle, and it's tough to find inclusive clubs for his needs, really. I remember when he was 4 or 5 years old, I introduced him to a more mainstream theatrical club to be told that he wasn't not wanted there or needed there, but they couldn't meet his needs, so we had to pull him out, which was really sad. All children or all children with additional needs can remain inclusive, and it's the services that need to adapt to our children. So Dovedale's out of school club and Dovedale Nurseries as a whole welcomed him with open arms from very early days, and again asked what can we put into place for him. It means so much that our children can be included, because if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for that sort of club, Elijah's experience would be completely different. It would be completely different. Just want to say thank you to Dovedale and the whole team that have just included him and treated Elijah as their own. They've just allowed him to be himself. So thank you to them and his school that he goes to, Molsham Junior School. They just continue doing a fabulous job, really.
Your views are important. We take seriously everything you have told us, and will be using the findings from this work to inform our new short breaks offer and our longer term strategy. We are committed to sharing your views far and wide and to ensure they are influential as we work to improve the system. Thank you to everybody who has taken the time to give us their views and be part of this journey. There is a need for change, and children and young people, whatever their ability, need to be given adequate choice.
Every family needs to go on their own journey.
Every family needs to go on their own journey.
Every family needs to go on their own journey.
Every family needs to go on their own journey.